Welcome to Eric Unscripted. Today, I'm going to be taking another online quiz. Well, this one's not really a quiz, it's sort of a questionnaire. I'm going to be looking at the Big 5 personality traits. The traits themselves are openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. I'm just going to read a short description of each of them because I don't want to stumble over my own words or mischaracterize one of them. Openness is general appreciation for art, emotion, adventure, unusual ideas, imagination, curiosity, and a variety of experiences. Think like open-mindedness. People who are open to experience are intellectually curious, open to emotion, sensitive to beauty, and willing to try new things. Conscientiousness refers to a tendency to display self-discipline, act dutifully, and strive for achievement against measures or outside expectations. So this is related also to like the amount of self-control you have and how motivated to do things you are. Extroversion is basically the opposite of introversion. So extroverts engage in a wide variety of activities. Introverts might engage in few activities, but they try to go in depth on those activities. And extroverts, they take pleasure. They seek doing all of these different things because they like to. It's also associated with having higher energy and enthusiasm for new and different things. Agreeableness is really the self-explanatory one. This reflects individual differences in general concern for like social harmony. So it's whether or not you're easy to get along with, whether or not you are very argumentative, etc. Neuroticism, neurotic really isn't a word that's used very often, but these are people that are anxious or eager or maybe depressed. You can also be associated with emotional instability as well. I'm going to guess that I'm going to score high in openness and probably agreeableness as well. Extroversion's really hard because I'm an introverted extrovert, and maybe I'll explain what I mean by that later. I think my neuroticism score is going to be very low. So I'm just taking a free version of this quiz. I don't know exactly what results I'm going to get from it, but it's from this website, truity.com. They have all kinds of tests. They have a 300 question personality test. I'm going to do a 60 question test. I'm really not going to think about these too much. I have a kind word for everyone. In general, yeah, although I can be a jerk. I'm always prepared. I'd say that's highly accurate. I feel comfortable around people. See, this is the weird one. So I already have to explain introverted extrovert. When I'm in a like at a bar or something like that, and there's all these people I don't know, I'm very poor at just going up and meeting and greeting new people, right? If somebody else initiates the conversation or whatever, then it's usually pretty hard to get me to shut up. And I can usually bounce the conversation around to all kinds of things. But it's extremely hard for me to get it started. And so sometimes I feel really uncomfortable. But with people that I know very well, they know me as somebody that's always kind of trying to be funny. I don't keep to myself when it comes to being with my friends and things like that. So I don't know. I often feel blue. No, very much not. I believe in the importance of art. Yeah, that's very accurate. I feel I am better than other people. I have a pretty bleak outlook on humanity. I avoid taking on a lot of responsibility. No, I pretty strongly disagree. I make friends easily. See, this one is so hard. Since I've moved to California, I have 2 friends. That is it. But, I'm really easy to get along with in all reality. I kind of want to say neutral, but I'm going to say agree. There are many things that I do not like about myself. No, there aren't many things, no. I'm interested in the meaning of things. Super interested in that. I treat everyone with kindness and sympathy. I'm kind of a tit-for-tat person, so if you act a certain way to me, I will maybe act a certain way to you. I don't necessarily aggress people back if they've aggressed me. I usually just ignore them or cut them out, but at first, I pretty much as best as I can try to treat people pretty pretty fairly. I get chores done right away. I put off chores, but once I start them, I do not stop until they're done. I'm skilled in handling social situations. See, again, like, the way I describe it is like, it's like I'm a boulder rolling down a hill. Once you push me over the crest of the hill, I won't stop, or it's extremely difficult to get me to stop. But I'm a boulder. I can't roll myself up a hill. I guess I'm going to say I agree. I'm often troubled by negative thoughts. No, really not at all. I enjoy going to... I don't do it very often, but I love doing it when I do. Accept people the way they are. Yeah, some people could use some adjusting, but I'm gonna love them anyways. It's important to me that people are... This is one of my absolute most massive pet peeves. People that are chronically tardy, I absolutely cannot stand it. If you say you're gonna do something or be somewhere at a time, then you be there at that time. To me, it's just like you're not reliable. I can't count on you to do anything if you simply can't be at a place at a time. And I don't know, people think that that's almost an important characteristic that they have to fulfill. It's like people think they're a TV character. Oh, my thing is that I'm always late. No, your thing, Karen, is that you're a douchebag. Man, that got kind of weird. I am the life of the party. Yeah, I guess. My moods change easily. No! I have a vivid imagination. This seems like such a self-serving thing to say. I used to do a lot of art. I don't know if my art is all that creative, but I'm gonna say I kind of agree. I take care of other people before taking care of myself. Yeah, I tend to go out of my own way to help other people out. I tend not to go out of my own way to go to the gym and do stuff I should do. I make plans and stick to them. Yes, the whole reliability thing is... I don't like to draw attention to myself. No, in public, I try to be fairly reserved. I'm not always super loud or anything, so I'm gonna say it's fairly inaccurate. I often feel anxious about what could go wrong. No. Enjoy hearing new ideas. Yeah, I really do. I might not necessarily be the most fun person to collaborate with because I kind of tend to think I'm always right, at least if I know the topic. But I always want to hear other people's opinions and perspectives. I start arguments just for the fun of it. I don't know if by arguments they mean like some people argue just to be abrasive, right? I like to argue just because I think there are problems to solve and unanswered questions, and I really want to do a podcast, I just don't have any friends that I can do that with, so I don't start very many arguments, but I love to engage in discussion, so I'm gonna say agree. I always make good use of my time. No, not always, but I think I do better than most people. I have a lot to say. Yeah. I often worry that I'm not good enough. I don't care what other people think. I care what I think, and sometimes I feel like I fail my own metric, but I'm gonna disagree. I'm not interested in abstract ideas. No, I love abstract ideas. I criticize other people. Yeah, I do. I find it difficult to get to work. No, I'm pretty much a morning person. I can be fairly self-motivated. I stay in the background. Kinda. This one I'm gonna say neutral, because it's so hard. I seldom feel blue. Yeah, I don't very often feel blue. I do not like art. I love art. I stop what I'm doing to help other people. Yeah, I do. I change my plans frequently. My students would definitely say that this is very much me. I change the seating in my classroom around a lot. Not the seating chart, but the physical layout of the desks. Man, I'm always doing that. And I'm always trying new things in my classroom too, which I think is something you should do. I don't talk a lot. It depends. So I'm gonna say slightly disagree. I feel comfortable with myself. No, I'm a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm okay. I avoid philosophical discussions. No, I love philosophical discussions. Again, I really want to do a podcast, but I don't want to do a solo podcast. I don't know. I haven't found anybody that wants to do that. Rate each word according to how well it describes you. Original. Not neutral. I'll agree with that. Or it's accurate, I mean. Systematic. Yeah, I'm like super fake OCD. Like these books right here, for example, the front of every book has to be perfectly pushed up to the front edge of the bookshelf edge or whatever. I meticulously sort things and organize them. You should see the shelves and cabinets in my classroom where we keep chemicals and glassware and stuff. It's pretty good. Am I shy? No, not really. Like I said, in public, it's pretty hard for me to initiate, but if somebody initiates with me, as long as I can tell that they like aren't up to something, or if they're not like obliviously drunk or something like that, then I mean, no, I'm not very shy. Soft-hearted. I've gotten pretty soft over the years. I'm really not tense. I like to think I'm very inquisitive. Forgetful. I actually am. Reserved. I'm really not very reserved. I say what I think, and if you don't like it, then I don't care. Agreeable. Well, I think so. Nervous. No, I'm really not very nervous. Creative. This is so like self-serving, but I mean, I kind of think I am. Yeah, I'm fairly self-disciplined. I'm fairly outgoing. Charitable. I mean, I don't donate to charity or anything, but I mean, I give my time whenever it's asked, so I don't really know it. I'm gonna go neutral just because I'm not really sure. Am I moody? No. Imaginative. I want to think I am. I'm super organized. Talkative. Depends, but I'm gonna say yes. Humble. I am the most humble person. I'm gonna change that. Pessimistic. No. My dad is super pessimistic, and I get a little bit of that from him sometimes. Now I will, like, because of my arrogance, I'll say, no, I'm being a realist or whatever, because I pretend to know everything, but in general, I don't really think I'm pessimistic. Okay. Oh, what is my age? Well, I'll be 29 soon, but we'll say 28. I'm a male. I'll be done with my graduate degree really soon, so I'm going to say I have one. Don't chastise me. How many children do you have? None. Don't even have a girlfriend. No, just show my results. All right. So my ocean score. That's kind of funny. So openness was my highest at 92%. I guess that's pretty high. I don't know what the average is. And then I thought my agreeableness would be one of my top scores, but I mean, I have a high agreeable score, but it's my conscientiousness and my extroversion. Those are both tied way up there. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm saying I'm not as introverted as I actually act like I am. So maybe my extroversion is not 75%. It's probably a little lower than that. But no, I would say my conscientiousness is fairly high. And then, yeah, my neuroticism, it doesn't really surprise me that it's that low. Now, I don't know, people that know me very well, maybe if one of my students watches this, I don't know, you can comment and say, no, Mr. Peterson, actually, you're very neurotic. I don't know. Or maybe you think I'm not very agreeable. Maybe you think I'm not very open. I don't know. I'm kind of making myself vulnerable here, aren't I? I can't get a full report unless I pay... How many monies? 19 monies. No. This channel is not monetized. Personality patterns. So this is supposed to describe the essential role that I take on in approaching the world. So more so, I'm an empathetic idealist. I mean, politically, I feel like that describes me really well. Uses insight and creativity to help others, thinks about how the world could be a better and more Yeah, I mean, that's I guess that sounds like me. And the other big one is analytical thinker, solves logical problems with rational, complex analysis, thinks about innovative ways to improve the system. Yes, I mean, these two things, like, I take being a teacher really, really seriously, and I want to hopefully help guide people to. I think those top two things that's how we push forward. That's how we improve our lives and everybody else's too, is through some sort of empathetic idealism. I don't know. Some people talk about idealism as being like scary, like every society that tried to build a utopia failed horribly. And I don't really mean that, but I mean, we can try to, like, I don't know, solve homelessness and stuff like that. Logical mechanic is really low, ensures accuracy and efficiency in logical systems, uses proven methods to accomplish real-world goals. I mean, that being really low is weird to me, because I feel like that's my MO. Like, I'm a science teacher, right? And I so believe in using logic and rationality and reason to solve problems. I feel like I use the logical mechanics side to bolster all these other things. So I don't know by what metric they scale this up. I mean, it's the way you answer the questions, I guess, but that's I don't know. That one's kind of weird to me. Man, you must get a huge amount of data if you get the full thing, but I don't want to be married to the results of this test, right? A test can't tell you like how smart you are or whether or not you're a good person for all kinds of reasons. The test doesn't actually know you, right? And then also there's the problem where people take tests like these, and a lot of times people are going to choose answers that they want to be true about themselves, but in reality, the way they act out, they're kind of a lowlife or something. I'm just kind of being mean, but it's true. We have sort of an inflated image of ourselves, but a huge amount of the things you do, just little decisions and activities, and the way you advertise yourself out in public or whatever, almost all that is done through your subconscious, right? You're not really in control of it. And so that side of you is more so what other people see. And so other people might really disagree with the way you get results on this, and it might be fair. So that was kind of fun. If you've done one of these before, then go ahead and talk about what you learned, or maybe what the test got wrong when it comes to you, or what you thought was interesting. Thanks for watching.